Well, we have a SPP program in the state of São Paulo, and this program is based on a methodology using a social eco-label given by the government to help the public procurers to make sustainable public procurement. It's a very good experience and recognized by other governments, national and international governments, so I think it's a good experience.
Sustainability procurement has, in a long way, helped our development. We procure in such a way that we take into consideration our social, economic and then environment, so that we procure in such a way that goods and services are being met in a sustainable way, not compromising future development or future generation.
Well, we have really good experiences in the textile sector, where we did where we always do some really intense preparation of the tenders. We do workshops where we meet the bidders, or where, let's say, bidders and users meet to discuss sustainability aspects. And within the frame of the years, or within the course of the years, we have more and more bidders in textile sector who are really able to fulfill our sustainability requirements.
Bueno, en nuestra experiencia como país, para Costa Rica, aprovechar los beneficios o el poder del monto que se compra por parte del Estado, que representa cerca del 15% de la producción, y esto ha permitido impactar o mejorar la calidad de vida de las personas en dimensiones económicas y sociales, una mayor inclusión a través de contratos con personas con desventaja o personas en vulnerabilidad, mejor cuidado del ambiente también, imponiendo normas o criterios sustentables como parte de los requisitos en las compras, en definitiva nos han llevado a mejorar las condiciones de vida de la sociedad.
I think I wish for more acknowledgement about circular economy issues, because it's a trend now, and more acknowledgement about eco-label systems, about certifications, because with these tools I think we can improve the sustainable public procurement.
Lo que se espera, y de hecho se está teniendo ya actualmente, es un mejor desempeño de la compra, es un mejor estándar también en los indicadores ambientales y también en los económicos y sociales.
Yeah, I think each country or each organization should embrace sustainability, because sustainability has gone in such a way, in a long way, to help general procurement process, so that goods and services that are being procured for generation are not being compromised. So we make sure that we procure by considering our social, economic, and then environmental issues.
Of course, it would be great if more and more people within administration would be willing to integrate sustainability aspects in their procurement, or if they don't want to do it themselves, take part in the central procurement offers we make as the city of Bremen. They are also obliged to do that, but that doesn't mean they always do it. So this is what we are working on in our, let's say, internal advertising.
Yo diría que especialmente dos. Uno, superar una barrera cultural y de educación, es decir, tener una estrategia de educación sostenida en el proceso. Y dos, superar también el prejuicio de que la compra sustentable es más cara. Esto no es cierto, no es más cara.
The challenges has to do with the capacity of the procurement experts, the procurement practitioners. So we need to enlighten or enhance their capacity to be able to understand the essence of factoring sustainable procurement in every procurement activity that has to be embarked on. So I believe sensitization will go a long way to help every procurement organization or procurement practitioners to be able to embrace this kind of new paradigm shift that we are moving into.
First of all, I think you can foster support SPP when you have more centralized mechanisms within the administration, and this is of course what we are working on. And the challenge of finding more and more enterprises that are able to work in a circular way and to make us respective offers.
We should convince some leaders at the government to improve the practices on sustainable public procurement, because most of them think that the sustainable issues, sustainable goods and services are more expensive. So we have a lot of work to convince them about the benefits of sustainable public procurement.
So it's not more expensive?
Sometimes it should be more expensive at the first time, but along the life cycle of products and services, you see that they are not more expensive.
International exchange helps us to understand the practice that is being done in various countries, to be able to know the best practices and then the shortfalls, so that we can also try to learn and then correct the shortfalls that we are also embarking on. So I believe the international exchange is a long way, or it will go a long way to help the current generation to be able to embark on this sustainability agenda.
Of course, the legal situations are different in every country, but you have interesting ideas what other people do, for example, with regard to circular economy or with regard to integrating marginalized groups, things like that. And we can think about these aspects and find out how we, with our legal framework, can realize them in our country or in our state.
Básicamente la experiencia internacional nos permite y nos va a permitir seguir avanzando en el proceso con mejores prácticas. La experiencia comparada tiene mejores ventajas porque podemos aprovechar avances de países que han caminado un poco mejor y aprender también de los errores de otros países.
I think this exchange is very important to avoid some mistakes, because other people had that mistakes before. So we can learn about them and avoid in our practice. And I would like so much to know the experiences about the use of eco-labels. And this exchange also helped me to see that my work is making sense. So people are liking the example of São Paulo, so I think it's very important also.